This presentation will show you how to use CorelDraw 2020 and Roland VersaWorks to create contour cutting for an image. The first thing I will do is import the image to CorelDraw. This is a JPEG image. I enlarge the image just so I can see it better. And the first thing I need to do is to trace the bitmap. In this case, I will do an outline trace. This is a low quality image. It's going to trace the outline. This checkerboard box indicates, because it's clean all the way around, that it has traced it completely. I'm going to delete the original. I say OK. I'm left with the image I want to work with. From that point, I'm going up to the ungroup icon to ungroup the objects that make up the image. Then I will select the boundary icon so I can create a boundary, and that creates the boundary around the image. From that point, I want to create the Roland recognized contour line, which is this magenta color here. I've already imported the Roland colors. That's what the second palette is here. I will right click on the magenta color, and if I go over here now and check my boundary, it has now changed to the magenta color recognized by VersaWorks for contour cutting. I'm now going to save that image. I'm going to export that image as an EPS file. I'll just call it contour cutting. Save it as a RGB color file. Leave CorelDraw, come into VersaWorks. In VersaWorks, I want to make sure that my Q setting is set for vinyl. QA is set for vinyl, and the verification here is generic vinyl. I want to make sure it's vinyl so I can cut through it. I will use adhesive back vinyl when I actually print and cut. Cutting is set to print and cut. VersaWorks will recognize that magenta boundary line for cutting. I say OK. Now I will add the job to QA, selecting the contour cutting file. It's now added that file. I'll check my settings, and I will enlarge the image just so that we can see those rotating, what they call dancing ants, around the object, which indicates it is prepared for contour cutting. From there, you say OK, and at that point you can rip and then print.